What song did you fall in love with not because of the original, but because of a cover? Got my mind set on You George Harrison, originally by James Ray. This was my favorite song when I was like 4 years old. Are you me? I think I was 6. But that song was my jam. When the Levee Breaks, Led Zeppelin. I didn't know it was a cover for the longest time. It's originally by Kansas Joe McCoy and Memphis Minnie way back in 1929. Yeah, I love Robert Plant, but that 20-year-old kid from England knew too much about being black in Mississippi. Ordering old blues records via the mail from Chess and other places in the US was a very hipster thing to do in England at the time. They were kind of expensive and hard to get, so when somebody scored one, you would have everyone over to listen. It was something of an obsession among a certain set back then. I suspect Page was the driving force behind picking blues songs to cover/rip off. He was a session player before Zeppelin and kind of moved in those circles. Black Magic Woman, cover equals Santana, original equals Fleetwood Mac. Had no idea Santana's was the cover. It was essentially a completely different Fleetwood Mac. They used to be Peter Greens and were very blues oriented. Rumors was actually Fleetwood Mac's 11th album. Of the band members who were involved in Rumors, only Mick Fleetwood and John McVie were involved in Black Magic Woman in that era. Soft Cell's version of Tainted Love. Isn't that the original? Manson did the cover edit. Damn. Till. That's a really cool version. Never heard it before. Gloria Jones did the first. It's a popular Northern Soul classic. Renegades of Funk from Rage Against the Machine. Originally by Africa Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Force. Till I learned this was a cover. Yeah, really blew my mind as well when I found out that whole album is cover songs. No shit. From the start to the ending, I knew for Kick Out the Jams how I could just kill a man, but not for the rest. Yeah, it's entirely a cover album. Higher Ground, RHCP. Maybe 7 years ago at Outside Lands Festival, RHCP played the song on the main stage around 2 p. and Stevie Wonder headlined the main stage 8 hours later. It was fun seeing the same song, especially both amazing versions, at the same stage on the same day. I'm sure that is pretty rare. House of the Rising Sun. I'm not even sure who the original is from. According to the Wikipedia, nobody really knows for sure where it came from, but it has been adapted since as early as 1906. Lilo and Stitch mostly used Elvis songs, but there was a great cover of Burning Love played during the credits. It's Wine on a Judd. Nirvana, Where Did You Sleep Last Night? Same for The Man Who Sold the World. I really like the odd, thin sound of the original, but the cover is the one I think of first. Legend has it, the first time David Bowie heard Nirvana's version, he commented to a friend who was with him that he really liked the song, and his friend replied basically saying I would hope so, because it's one of yours. There's a story like that about Steven Tyler from Aerosmith too. Something to the effect of, he's listening to some song, said to Joe Perry, man, this song is great, we should cover it, and Joe is like, it's our song you dick. Apostrophe. You see me crying. Tyler was too blitzed to recognize it. All Along the Watchtower. Jimi Hendrix had no idea it was a Dylan song for a good few years. Hendrix owned it. I thank the reimagined Galactica TV series finale for informing me of just how many fucking versions of this song there are. Me too. So say we all. So say we all. Talking Heads Take Me to the River edit. Originally by Al Green. I just discovered Talking Heads. I only knew Psycho Killer for a long time and decided to try listen to their other songs. They are really great. I think it's on one of the streaming platforms, but you should go watch Stop Making Sense like right now. Go on. We'll wait. Hi. I've got a tape I wanna play. Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. Prince. Damn. Just wrote the same thing. Chris Cornell's cover of Sinead's cover is great too. Chris Cornell's version would have to be my favorite. He's awesome with covers. That's because everything Chris Cornell touched was gold. Even his worst stuff was still amazing. He's by far my favorite musician of all time. I Will Always Love You, originally by Dolly Parton, covered by Whitney Houston. She Will Always Have Jolene, which she wrote the same damn day. National treasure, especially with the fact she's donated something like 100 million fucking books to kids too. Other posters already mentioned my first choice, so I'm gonna go with Make You Feel My Love, Adele, Bob Dylan cover, also covered by Billy Joel. Also by Garth Brooks for a movie with Sandra Bullock and Harry Connick Jr. The Hope Floats soundtrack is my all-time favorite. We listen to it on our way to the annual family vacation every year from ages 8ish to 25ish. My grandma passed 10 years ago. My grandpa this last April, and every time I hear any of the songs, I'm a blubbering mess. I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie Raitt, but it was the Bon Iver version which really got me. As beautiful as the Bon Iver version is, there's a certain weariness to the original that makes it ring truer. The Bon Iver version doesn't have the same glossy early '90s production values, so I like it better musically. But the song is about someone at the end of their rope, and I feel like Bonnie Raitt really comes across with that tired I've tried everything quality. Cocaine by Clapton, originally done by J. Cale. But Eric Clapton just brings it to a new level. Owner Eric Clapton's greatest hits record, and I absolutely love that one and his cover of I Shot the Sheriff. My parents used to listen to that album all the time. That cover is awesome. I Think We Are Alone Now by Tommy James and the Shondells. I heard the Tiffany version first, back in the 80s, and loved it. Then found out it was a cover, and that I liked the original even more. Add Crimson and Clover to that list too. Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. First fell I love from the cover on Shrek, but there are a lot of real nice covers out there. The song always makes me tear up. Jeff Buckley ascended it. Dude was magic. I actually clicked on this question to see how high up Jeff Buckley's cover of Hallelujah would be. Same here. Kinda disappointed that I had to search as far as I did for it. Kinda disappointed fucking Shrek was the entry point. Over the Rainbow, Israel Kamikoy. That song always makes me think of Drive, Green's Death. Placebo, Running Up That Hill. Speaking of Kate Bush covers, This Woman's Work by Maxwell is amazing. It's one of his biggest songs in concert. Heartbeats by Jose Gonzalez. I did not know this was a cover. I love Jose's version. The original is fucking amazing. By The Knife. Just checked out the original. It's great. Dancin' in the Moonlight by Top Loader. That was in A Walk to Remember. Had no idea that it was a cover until just a couple years ago. Twist and Shout. Written and performed originally by the Isley Brothers and released in 1962. Popularized when the Beatles covered it a year later. I seriously have no clue why I keep returning to the song, but I love it. Killing Me Softly Fugees, Roberta Flack. Roberta Flack was not the original. I found that out last year. Killing Me Softly with His Song is a song composed by Charles Fox with lyrics by Norman Gimbel. The lyrics were written in collaboration with Laurie Lieberman after she was inspired by a Don McLean performance in late 1971. Lieberman released her version of the song in 1972, but it did not chart.